Pochettino summing it up there, the drama. They didn't quite know exactly what was happening, but the end result is, as you can see, the final Group B table there. Barcelona through as group winners and Spurs through as well, level on points with Inter, but the better head-to-head record doing the business for them. Massive achievement for the club, Graham?
No, not really.
No?
No, I think to be expected. Tottenham are a really good team, but they've made such hard work of that section they were in. You know, when you look at the teams in it, they must have fancied themselves, if not to finish first, certainly second to Barcelona. It's gone right down to the wire for them. I mean, they've made life so difficult for themselves. Tottenham are a good team at this time. You know, and PSV made life difficult for them. Inter made life difficult. No, they made life difficult for themselves.
For themselves.
They certainly did. And to have to go there, they got really, really lucky with the approach of Barcelona. You've seen the team that Barcelona put out. That was very much a second-string team, and they even made hard work of that. Tom.
Yeah. Ultimately, Brian, like the Spurs fans will be celebrating this, to be so relieved. But the harsher view of it was a really weakened Barcelona team, and Messi, when he came on, didn't make a huge impact in things either. They just got over the line.
Well, we debated it before the match, very early on, before Graham came in, about what would make the difference if Messi didn't play. It would really suit Spurs, because obviously they're missing Suarez and Umtiti, and they chose not to start him, so it was a massive boost for them. Given the situation they were in after 3 games, where they had 1 point against PSV away from home, it'd be a relief more than anything that they'd made it, because I think the money from the Champions League is important to them, as well as the status. And, you know, you can put it to bed now for a couple of months, which is...
Not playing on a Thursday night.
For sure. Going into the new stadium whenever they eventually get there, not playing Thursday night. But I think it'll be a relief for everyone overall that they got the business done.
Do you think what he's saying there about being a massive achievement for the club is he's thinking about things like that, Graham, about the fact that the stadium has been a huge issue, and now if it's ready, they might be playing Champions League football in it. You know, all the problems with the transfer window, now he can go to the board and say, I got to the last 16 despite not buying any players in the summer, and there's a bit of momentum there now. Yeah,
I think he's been towing the party line. He's been saying all the right things, Pochettino. But deep down, I don't think there's ever been a manager, stroke coach, that's been happy with his lot. You know, you're always looking to strengthen. Spurs are a near miss right now. They have been for the last, 3 or 4 years. And if they got lucky, and there's no guarantee by spending lots of money you'll end up getting exactly what you want. But right now, they're not even having a go at doing that. They're a very good team. But I feel, looking at them, it'll be Groundhog Day for them. It'll be more of the same. Along the way, get you excited, but let you down ultimately. I don't think they've got enough to get past the post in this competition. I say past the post, winning it, or winning the Premier League.
You said it, Groundhog Day. It was Groundhog Day in the sense of shooting themselves in the foot, and unfortunately it was young Kyle Walker-Peters making his first Champions League start who made the blunder here, Graham.
You send up your big centre-backs, that's a Sissoko header. You should go and meet that and just play it first or second touch back into the box. But you have to see Dembele here does fabulously well. You know, he goes after you, Winks comes flying across, stay on your feet, son, makes it easy for them. Watch this, there's a touch come up which is sublime here. Watch this one here. There, and he gives the young fullback no chance. Winks comes diving in, makes it very easy for Dembele to cut. And look, that's like stuff you see Sunday afternoon.
You're questioning that it's Winks and Walker-Peters that are covering in that situation.
Yeah, they have a set piece. They have a set piece, so you're trying to give Vertonghen and Alderweireld up the pitch because they're both good in the air. Get that. I get that. But why would you have your 2 least experienced players dealing with any breakaway? You may be saying young Peters is quick, so you want him there. But does he make the right decision? He's not tested at this level. Then you got Winks, who's an attacking midfield player, being asked to have a defender's head on at a vital time. And I don't think if those 2 play again, they won't be the last 2 when people go for a set piece. They made a hash of it.
We'll change that one. The point about Barcelona is extraordinary statistic, Graham, that it's the lowest possession that they've had in a Champions League game since December 2006, the first time they've had less possession than the opposition. So when Spurs scored, there was a sense that if they hadn't scored, they would really have been kicking themselves.
100%. I mean, when the team sheet comes in, you look at the players on the team sheet, this was their second string outfit. It really was. And they played like it. And I would suggest that if that's the best they've got behind the current strongest 11, they're not going to do very well going forward. I think Messi will be looking at it and thinking, do I want to be here? I mean, really, because they were only ordinary tonight, and this. A good result for Spurs, not a great result. You know, coming to the new camp and digging that result, you think, wow, they must have been special tonight, Spurs. Spurs should have won this tonight.
Well, they were lucky that Inter didn't win.
Yeah.
Spurs should have won that tonight.
We all expected. That's why I had my doubts before the match when you asked me, will Spurs... I said I didn't think they'll do enough. And a draw shouldn't have been enough if Inter did their stuff. And they got a break out of PSV.
They should have won that tonight, Brian. Spurs should have won that tonight.
They should have. Looking at the chances that you've shown there, they should have won the game. But they got a big break by Barcelona not playing their best team. And, you know, I suppose they just about earned it overall in the group.
If Barca needed something from this game tonight, Spurs are not going through.
I think there'd probably be a stand in the new stadium named after Herving Lozano, the PSV player, because that was just a crucial twist
in fairness
tonight,
to PSV, they have been competitive in every game, and they got beaten 4-0 by Barcelona. But the other matches, they were competitive all the time. They made lots of chances against Spurs and Barcelona in both the games we watched. And you know, Lozano, Bergwijn, and De Jong caused every team problems in the group. So no surprise that they got a goal. Surprise was that Inter didn't beat them.
Yeah, but
you thought that Inter weren't very good anyway. There's too much alliance.
You got Juventus, who are street ahead. That's why they win the league every year. Give Serie A to Juventus now. They'll end up winning it with, I would suggest, maybe a large margin this time around. And then you look at the Dutch league. You look at the Italian footballers right now. No, they've made life very difficult for themselves. Spurs. They should not have been in this situation going into the last game with the group they were in.
Yeah, but they got themselves through.